Hi guys, so this is a follow-on video from the last video. Let me just get the balance on the screen right, because it's that's probably a bit right. Okay, so yeah, this is a follow-on video from the last video. I'm left on the same frequencies, so I'm just going to listen to some AM stations now, see which one I prefer and which one you guys think is better. So let's just go to some weaker AM stations. I don't think there's that many around this time of night. Actually, it might be a bit of a bum video. 1.2. Let's just try something like this. This is not, I think 15.3, so that's quite strong. Here's a good example of a very weak station. I'll do this, I don't think there's a lot on there, so I'm going to have a quick look. We'll go to this station, which is a weak fluctuation station. I don't think there's anything else out there. Oh. A bit stronger. Sync AM, let's see if it does anything. Sometimes it does. Let's prime up the JRC. The audio is not very nice on these radios. I'd say it's not helped. I've said this about a few times. These speakers, I think they're probably only about that big, maybe a couple of inches, 50mm-ish, and oval or round. Very small speakers compared to the bigger speakers, maybe an inch or 25mm-ish bigger, or maybe even a couple of inches bigger in the bigger radio. So yeah, it's got a very small speaker. I think that really doesn't help with the audio. The audio through the headphones is much nicer, or through an external speaker. Hanging on for dear life. You can see the S on the synchronous AM icon there flashing. Can't grab onto that. Oh, tell you what would help. Preamp. 2 preamps on this. That's a bit better. Maybe overloading a little bit there, so just stick to preamp 1. Over to the JRC. Fading again. No preamp on this. ECSS. That helped. Oh, that's better. 6 kilohertz. It's too wide. 6 kilohertz is nice. Well, there's not a lot in that audio, signal recovery wise, there's not much in that. The Icom ECSS seemed to help a little bit better with the JRC. It seemed to actually lock on a little bit better. But the audio itself that we got out of the signal, it's better on the JRC, it sounds better. Oddly enough, it sounds more natural when it's a DSP receiver, so you can change the way the audio profile or the aggressiveness of the DSP. I believe I've changed it. I think that's what it does, and I've got mine set to a more natural sound, so it doesn't sound as harsh as this does sound harsh. This audio on this radio, and like I said, the little speaker really doesn't help. Let's try a frequency that's got a stronger signal. So let's do some nice Indian style music I quite like to listen to. Let's just clear that. What am I doing? Clear, yeah. I think it's 1293, but you can't put kilohertz in on this. So when I put enter, I'll have to put 1.293, I think, or 98, I can't remember, I think it's 98. Yeah, 98. Yes. Actually quite like this kind of music. I don't listen to it often, but it's quite soothing, I find. Anyway, that's enough of that. Yes. Sounds okay. Perfect acceptable again. Don't need the sync AM on. I think that's actually helped a little bit, but very poor dynamic range. Again, small speaker. Clear though, perfectly clear. Let's get the JRC on. Oh, there's actually drums and percussion, I didn't notice. Yeah, much better audio. A lot better audio for music. Should we go check the signal? What signal we got? We've got a S6, 6.5, and S8-ish. So yeah, a little bit more. The JRC's got a very high reading signal meter. It's a sensitive radio though, so. I don't understand people who say the audio isn't very good on the JRC and it sounds unnatural, etc, etc. I just think, I have actually heard, and there's a video on YouTube about this, where they've got two of these radios, one on top of each another, and they show the difference in the audio. Now, I don't know whether they're built, I think because it's such early DSP implementation that I don't think they could match the audio on every single unit exactly the same, and there's mixed reviews on the audio. Now my unit, as you can hear, it's not like a Kenwood or a Low or the AOR 7030. But that sounds pleasant. That absolutely sounds pleasant to my ear. Noise reduction just makes it quieter. Takes a bit of the hiss out, but cleans it up maybe. Yeah, cleans it up a little bit. More natural sounding without it. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I got a AMS there on, which is AM stereo, which takes it to its widest bandwidth, and which is 9.99 kilohertz, and also does something else. I can't remember what it is. It's supposed to. It's on a mono signal. It does something else as well as taking it to max bandwidth, and you can hear a difference, and it is clearer, but it doesn't do a lot. No, you can hardly tell the difference. Perhaps it does only take it to its max bandwidth. I think that might be the thing it does actually, on when it's only mono AM, which stereo AM isn't in this country. Yeah, that sounds pleasant, very pleasant. And let's go back to the in contrast. Sounds okay. It does sound okay. It just, I think it depends what's on, what kind of music, what kind of voice is on. When it catches it wrong and doesn't suit this little speaker, it really is not good audio. But some of the time, it's odd. It's really odd with radios when you put them against each other, because I don't know if it shows on camera. When you put them against each other like this, you listen to this and you think to yourself, there's nothing wrong with that audio. You think there's nothing wrong with that. And there isn't. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay. It can sound a little bit scratchy at times, like I just said, but most of the time there's nothing wrong with it. But then you put it against something better and instantly you prefer the one that's better. That's my sort of take on it. It's really hard to describe. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but I've done it a few times with radios like this, and the AOR 5000, the Icom 8500, audio's okay and it's acceptable, and this is fine, it's acceptable. Sometimes it's a bit scratchy, like I said, speaker's a bit small, but it's acceptable most of the time. Let's try a talk station. 0.693. And then you listen to something else with better audio and you think to yourself, that is quite a bit better actually. Also, you notice I can type in 693 kilohertz here, straight in as kilohertz. That's a nice touch.
I don't think anybody saw what he was going to ultimately do.
The first thing
well, there you go, guys.
When we sacked Eric Black and brought in Peter Reid, it was that sort of vibe of going, please don't tell me we've gotten rid of Mark Robbins for a name. And it was sort of like a vibe that we don't.
Actually, to be honest, I didn't 100% know what to think. Obviously, you have all these rumours about what he's done elsewhere and stuff like that, but I don't think you can judge anyone really on that, because that's their last job. You know, that's their last squad. He's got whoever working from there. I was excited to have someone of Frank's calibre, you know, his experience, certainly as a player, to grow his reputation as a manager as well.
Just slightly nicer, a little bit. I can't describe it. There's just something a bit tinny, a bit nasal. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a bit. I don't want to use the word offensive because it isn't, but I would rather listen to this for a long period of time. That's a good way of putting it. Nothing wrong with this audio, on AM, but I'd rather listen to that. It's nicer audio. And I've got one. I must have a good one because this really has got nice audio. Not as nice as the low and the AOR and the other nice audio, Kenwood and that, but not quite that nice, but not a million miles behind, you know. But this SSB, I would give it to the Icom. I think the Icom's just got the edge. I think it's because it's got a very well behaved AGC. That really helps with the audio recovery on SSB. Really low noise, good audio recovery. But the audio does recover. Then the JRC's probably got slightly nicer audio again. But there you go. That's it for now, guys. Bit of a long video. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing, as it's really helping the channel.